Okay, I'm about to make a quick video on some things that I got. My daughter got me some skillets at the flea market, the expo flea market. So I'm about to do a quick video. I love me some skillets, love me some skillets. But one thing about skillets, you have to keep them seasoned real good to keep the rust off. And for some reason, I grew up around a few skillets that my grandmama had. And the thing about it is, I guess those skillets were very seasoned, well seasoned. I'm talking about decades of seasonings by at the time I came along. So anyway, when I washed those skillets when I was young, a little girl, I never saw a problem. And I washed them with soap and water. And my grandmama didn't never tell me not to wash them with soap and water. But what I've come across since I've been on, grown and on my own, is the skillets that I've gotten myself personally. Some of those, I don't know, I've seasoned them, put the oil on it, and put it in the oven and let it, cook for a while and seal in. But it always seems to come back to the rust part. But I'm going to get it down pat and I'm going to figure it out. Because one thing I've learned is when you have rust, and the thing about it is, like I said, as long as you keep the oil on it, but for some reason, even when you seal it, that for some reason it goes back to I guess it's oxidizing or whatever. But anyway, with I learned this, that when you do have rust problems, you use a potato, cut a potato open, and rub it around in there, and it does get the rust off. So anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and show you the skillets that my daughter picked up, because she knows I love some skillets. Now I have quite a few skillets, and I've even got some smaller skillets, but I don't have those with me to even show, because I've had them for probably about a year. But I just got these recently. She got them for me recently. Uh, Now here goes. Now this is the size skillet I like a lot. This is, I don't know. Let me see. It doesn't really have it on here. But anyway, I'd say this. I don't know. I'm not even going to try to say, I know it's not a size 8. But anyway, it's a decent size skillet. It's not too big and it's not too small. It's one of those size skillets that you can cook bacon in, cook some eggs in or whatever. What else do I cook in skillets this size as far as breakfast? I kind of use these size skillets a lot for breakfast. Like I said, with the bacon and the eggs. What else? I'm not big on, I don't know what else I would say I could cook in here. But anyway, it's a nice size skillet. And as you can see, it's got the nice coating on it. But of course, I'm gonna have to wash these from my preference. It might not be the best thing, but what I'm gonna probably do is wash them with some soap and water, or disinfect them a little bit, and then go ahead and oil it up. Especially since it's got this nice coating on it already. Put some more oil on it and go ahead immediately, without cooking on it, and put it in the oven and seal it in. Yeah, I can't think of anything else that I would cook him for breakfast. Now this is the next size skillet. Let me see. Yeah, that's a bigger skillet. Okay, I'm gonna show the next size skillet. And this is an 8. And I never really looked at the size too much, because I just cook on them. Because really, you don't need to really necessarily know the size. I just eyeball it. If it's something that I need to cook that's a large amount, I get me a larger skillet. So this one is a size 8, and I like using these size skillets when I'm cooking something, uh, maybe like some chicken, rice, different things like that. When I start getting into this size skillet, uh, I like to, when it's like a decent medium sized dish, something that, cause you got to understand that it's got, these skillets have depth to it, so it's not like it's real shallow, so you can put a decent amount of stuff in. But one thing about skillets is they heat up very quickly and they get very hot. And sometimes when you get into the habit of cooking on some cookware that's not as sturdy and quality like this, just regular pans, regular aluminum skillets or whatever, you kind of forget that you can't turn the eye up as high, and you have to, when you do turn the stove on, it's like, or put it in the oven, either way, you have to really be ready to put your food in there and kind of turn it back down if you turn it on high. Because I'm the type that I had a habit of always turning it on high. My granny used to always get on me. I know you got that eye on high. I smell that heat. Now uh, this is probably a 10. I'm not gonna, let me see. Yeah, 10 and 5/8. 10 and 5/8 inches. So, and these are some nice, sturdy feeling skillets. Cause I'm gonna be real with you. The skillets that I've been buying, sometimes they say, and the ones that I grew up on is a different quality, and sometimes I think that's what makes them kind of rust, because it might be a different material. Cause this feels different, and this is a heavy skillet. I mean, this is a little bit heavier than what I've been, cause I haven't cooked with my grandmama's skillets, cause her skillets came from her mother, and so they go way, 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 way back. But these skillets are a little bit more sturdier than the ones that I've been buying. Um, but yeah, this one seems like it's seasoned real good too. But yeah, and then I have, but yeah, these are some quality skillets though. But yeah, they real heavy. You can tell the difference. But yeah, you can cook a decent amount of stuff in these. And I also have a skillet that's a Dutch oven, the one that has the deep pot with the lid on it. And one thing about those doggone Dutch ovens, the skillet, the cast iron skillet ones, they cook so doggone good, because it doesn't really, you can, sometimes you can cut your cooking time down when you use those, because you got the lid on it. The lid is cast iron, and that heat can really get in there and cook something, you know, overall, even cooking for the food. So sometimes I put whole um, chickens in there and I cook them, and it really cooks them very well. But yeah, I just wanted to show the skillets that I got. I really like, I get kind of I go overboard with cookware sometimes. I'm always picking up pots and pans. And when I first started out buying stuff on my own, I realized that I was buying like little flimsy cookware. So I would slowly get rid of some of the stuff that I was buying. Plus, my grandmama let me get some of her pots and pans when I first got out on my own. But I got rid of the ones that were flimsy, so I'm always picking up different pieces. So, but it's good to have different types of cookware, casserole dishes. I done had a few casserole dishes. I sometimes I like to get the sets, and I've broken some things. So you know, when it comes to the casserole dishes, you break them. But I will probably be doing like videos on like cookware and stuff, because like I said, I don't know what it is but about cookware and kitchen utensils. I do kind of like buying them, and sometimes it's not even necessary with some of the stuff that I buy, but you know, that's just how it goes. I like to have a full rounded kitchen where you have all of your utensils, whatever you need. Sometimes, you know, you learn that before you actually go buy a utensil, you learn how to make it happen just by using whatever you have. But I done got to the point where to make it easier on myself when it comes to cooking, like I'll say for instance, using having a squeezer, one of those squeezers that you squeeze the lemons and limes in, or the garlic graters. Sometimes you don't have time to do that little tedious stuff when you're trying to get a dish together. You might be hungry, and just ready to hurry up and get everything done and put it together, whatever ingredients you have. But anyway, like I said, I probably will do other videos on cookware. But like I said, it's always good to have a good skillet, even if you just have one. And I'll show you real quick. If it was up to me and I only could get one size skillet first, I would say this is the, let me see. Yeah, I would say this one right here, this size right here. You know, it's kind of in the middle, and it's not too big, but it's not too small, and you can cook various from dishes from breakfast all the way up to dinner. So I just throw that in there real quick for somebody. But that's the best cookware I can say for the most part that I've used. So I'm gonna end this video real quick.